purpose in life is to find your purpose and give your whole heart and soul to it. What's going on, everybody? It's your boy, Sean C. Welcome to the Sensational Gent. I hope you all have had a great week. Happy hump day. We are here live on live stream number 23. Man, 23 live streams. I can't believe I've done that. And here it is after all this time of doing this show, right? Doing this channel, doing everything that I'm doing. Even up until the last minute, there's always still things to do here on this channel. Like unbelievable that that after this amount of time, you still got things to try to make sure is in place. And today we're going to be doing some things that are a little different. So I hope you guys could appreciate that. I hope you guys like it. So if you're new to the channel, this show is about people finding their purpose so that they can live their best lives. And I hope that you will participate in the live chat and contribute to the conversation that we're having today. As you saw the title, you saw the thumbnail, and today we're going to talk about why do people feel trapped, right? People are feeling anxiety, people are feeling depression, people are going through things, and it always seems to be this time of year, right? Right when it's colder, you know, you can't get out as much. Some of you guys may live in places that are, you know, cold and going to experience snow if you have or haven't already had that. And so there's a number of things, but we're going to get into something deeper because as we start to move into 2022, I want you guys to go in with a different mindset than you've ever had before. And maybe you have, but this time I want to make sure that you're in the right mind space, that we're all in the right mind space so that we can go towards our dreams and our goals. Okay. So again, today's topic is this is why people feel trapped. And then today I also put a link in the chat so that if you want to participate and come on the show, then I can bring you on. And I would love to have you guys participate and talk in the conversation. So hopefully that is something that you guys are interested in. I want to make sure that I put a plug in for our second channel, which is Sensational Fitness and Wellness, where there on that channel, I'm trying to basically give you good information about health, fitness, and wellness that'll help you to be more successful in your day-to-day lives. I will tell you that fitness is a big part of my life. Wellness and health are all things that I consider, even though I'm not the best at it. And so that's what the second channel is about. Sensational Fitness and Wellness is about a place that regular people who want to do better with their health, want to do better on their day-to-day fitness can come to and feel like they're getting it from just a regular guy just going through it. Now, yes, I have a lot of years of military training in which I stayed fit and stuff like that. And that's why I can uniquely come here and talk to you about it. Because now that I'm out of the military, it's a different type of struggle, right? Whereas before, I had to stay in shape and stuff like that. Now it's a choice, but it's a choice that we should all make. All right. And so the link for the new channel is actually in the description and the most recent video. So once a week on that channel, I'm going to give you an update about me, what I'm going through and dealing with my health, fitness, and wellness. And I hope that you guys will join me over there as well. All right. So there's a link in the description for to come in the chat, but we're not going to do that till the later part of the show. And I hope you guys will participate in that because I would love to have some of you guys on and discuss a couple things. So I hope that that's something new that we're going to do today. So there's going to be a little transition I'm going to have to make to do that so I can hear you guys and talk to you guys. So I hope you guys will bear with me today on that. And then I have a video coming up. I'm going to try to put it out tomorrow. Normally I put out videos on Friday, but due to it being Christmas Eve on Friday, I want to make sure that I put out a video tomorrow. And that one is going to be a shout out to a special man, Cocktail Tony. I was a bartender, and so I have a drink that I made that's off of my bar that I hope you guys will like. It's a dessert drink, and I think you guys will absolutely love this drink. So I'll be working on that tonight after this to get that video out to you guys tomorrow. It's going to be a little different. It's going to be slightly edited, but not too much edited. Okay, let's see what we got in the chat so far. Hey, we got my boy Neil in the chat. Hello. Bro, okay, what's going on, Neil, man? Thank you for being here on the live stream today. I appreciate you, as always, my brother, for being here and supporting. And I know you out there doing your thing right now, so it really means a lot to me. And if any of you guys come into the chat, participate, I will shout you out because I am grateful for each and every one of you guys that come here to the live stream and support this channel. Very grateful for that. All right. So yeah, we're gonna be doing a lot of different things today, and we got some topics to get into. And obviously, again, you saw the title, you saw the thumbnail, and listen, today's topic came to me from watching. Today's topic came to me from watching the movie Life. Not just that, but again, all the topics that I come up with for the live stream are things that I have gone through or dealt with throughout the week. And I think it's pertinent to bring up these conversations. And I would love for you all to have them with me. So I am grateful again for all of you. All right. So let's get into it. Let's get right into it. Okay. So when we talk about feeling trapped in our daily lives, we have to get into fear. And we're going to talk about fear of the unknown. Now, straightforward, that's something that I believe is one of the biggest factors that holds people back, but not just fear of the unknown. We're going to get into it deeper because there's more to just saying fear of the unknown. And that's where we're going to have our conversation start at today. We got my boy, Derek D. Deezy in the house. What's going on, brother? Thank you for showing up. I am very happy. This is my boy Derek. We grew up together as kids. So this is over a 30-year relationship that we've had. And I'm grateful, man. I'm grateful you stopped in, man. Thank you very much, Derek. And I want to have this conversation. I want to have these conversations with you guys. Again, there'll be an opportunity to come on the show if you want to. I left the link up in the description, but that won't be until later. So don't copy and put yourself in there now. But if you're around later, you want to talk, be on the show, there's an opportunity. Today's beverage in the glass is not apple juice. This is scotch. So yes, I am a scotch drinker. And that might shock you, Derek, because a lot of things have changed, bro. You know what I'm saying? Things come a long way from us sneaking a few beers out there on Bourbon Street, okay, in New Orleans, where we from. Down there in the dirty. You hear me? Okay. So let me start off by saying that when I was in the military, one of the things that happened is there was, I remember when I left New Orleans those many years ago, and I remember, Derek, we went out to, Derek, did you come with us for that? I think me and Ronald went out for that Mardi Gras. You may not have been with us on that one. But the last Mardi Gras that I had in New Orleans was like a couple months before I was shipping out, or a few months before I was shipping out. And I remember everything is new. Everything was new. Everything was scary, right? But the thing is, out of fear of failure, I actually did something that I thought I would never do, and that's join the military. And Derek can probably tell you all better than anybody else that I was always like, yo, you're not going to get me in the man's military and stuff like that. But as they say, it's an old saying, Southern saying, hard times make a monkey eat red pepper. I'll let y'all figure out what that means. But sometimes you got to do what you got to do when you feel you have no choice. And so here it is, out of necessity of survival. For me, I did the one thing that I said I wasn't going to do. Was I scared? Hell yeah, I was scared. And this would be the beginning of my fears while in the military, because you go to boot camp, you're away from home, a lot of people for the first time, and you're getting introduced to all this new stuff. And the whole game is not messing up. The whole game is trying to get better. And they're constantly on you. And then you move into the schools. If you guys don't know, I did nuclear engineering as a profession, but before I became good at it, I had to learn it. And like it was pretty scary because you could fail out. There was always the fear if you fail out and they're gonna try to re-rate you and you gotta do something new, right? They'll give you a new job if you fail out, and it's a very hard school. Imagine engineering taking 3.5, 4 years of normal college and them trying to push it in us in a year and a half. A year and a half of engineering just to get there. Now, you can say when you first get to the boat, your first 6 months to a year, so you can add that on there and say, maybe it's 2 to 2.5 years. But the point is frightening. And then as I moved on through my military career, now you're getting jobs. You're getting placed in charge of things that you have never dealt with before. Programs, learning how to be a program manager, learning how to accomplish maintenance items on your own, learning how to basically function within this system. All right. Let me go back to the chat here. Hey, how you doing, Wanda? Thank you for showing up to the live stream number 23. Make sure you guys go check out Wanda's channel. Make sure you guys go check out Neil's channel. They have great channels. Support content creators because there are regular people doing amazing things. And I won't even say y'all regular people, but I like to just give that disclaimer so people don't have the fear to step into the unknown, which is what we're talking about right now in this section of the chat. All right. So here it is, being in the military, dealing with all this stuff. There was a time where there was a job that was given to me that normally it wouldn't be given to me because of just the right of people in engineering don't do these type of jobs. But I was given a job, and the reason is my boss thought it would be a good opportunity for me to advance and step up and to do something more diverse, something that I'm not normally used to doing. Because I was like, hey man, why you gonna give me this job, man? You gonna put me in a position of failure? It's like, man, this is gonna how you get seen. And I wish it had translated to more, but he had the right idea. He really put me on the path to stepping outside of my comfort zone in order to do something and do things that I had never done before. Not to even mention, to make matters worse, the job was that the guy that had it before me, his wife was had cancer, and I believe she was terminally ill. So he was removed from the boat in order to take care of his wife. So there was no turnover. There's no, this is how you do it. My officer came to me and he said, hey, you know what you're doing? I'm like, no, sir. He said, okay, well, when you figure it out, train me. And then he went off about his business. So I had to learn about, this is early on in my career where I had to learn about a job that I had no idea. Let me tell you guys, this was not the first time, and it wouldn't be the last time in my career that I'd be given a job that I had no clue about, but I had to step in and just figure it out. And some of these jobs I had to go in, figure it out, and improve it while learning about it. See what I'm saying? So, what I want for you guys to take away from that is to not be fearful of the unknown. But see, the problem is a lot of people are fearful of what they don't know. They're fearful of change. And change is a constant in this life. So typically people feel comfortable. When you feel comfortable, you don't want to change. Think about it. When you in that bed in the morning, it's cold as heck, and that covers over you, you don't want to get up out that bed. You get out of it because you know you got to do what you got to do. So if you sat there in bed all day, you be robbing your family of money, of time, of all the things that you need to provide for you and yourself and your family by not getting up and doing the work. Same thing when it comes to doing something new. You got to get out that comfortable bed and be able to get into that cold and just do what you got to do. we're told we're told different narratives. We're told narratives where we're expected to do certain things. We think we have to do certain things because of the narratives that are put out in society and the way we're embedded with different things through movie, through TV, through media, that we think we have to do certain things. And because we have grown accustomed, right, we see this path that everyone takes, we're scared to deviate. Now, for you guys that are religious, you guys will know that God will want you to take the path that is less traveled because you may be going. That's the key to success right there. Whether your beliefs, no matter what your belief system, whether you believe in a God or not, if you believe in the Bible or not, the point is the blueprint is there. The blueprint is there because if everyone else is doing it, you want to be on the path where you are forging your own path. That goes to show that there is strength in doing things that normal people would not think to do. And that's where you start getting into people's greatness. And that's the other thing that I didn't write down, but I think some people fear their own greatness. Like, and it's like some of you guys are embodied with such talent and such ability. And it's like you're almost afraid of your own greatness. Think about like these players that fail right out of the NFL or the NBA. Now, granted, they're with a talent of people that are good at what they do as well. And some of these people could have been excellent, but they couldn't get out of their own way. It was like they couldn't accept their greatness and their ability to be even greater than what they were when they started. See, we've seen a lot of people with good potential end up failing out, not making the cut. We've seen this time and time again. And yet and still, we see the narratives, we watch movies, we see where people fail, and we tend to go down these same paths. We start taking these same narratives on. So it is incumbent of us to like don't be scared, right? So you saw the thumbnail with life, and I start thinking about that movie, and it's like, hey, you can't be scared. Don't be scared. You were scared, huh? Don't be scared. All right. You don't want to do that, right? But it's okay. You can have fear and go into the unknown. The fear can help us. The fear can motivate us. The fear can cause us to take action. And that's what I'm trying to get across today. The other thing about the movie Life that I want to bring up here in today's live stream is that they were trapped within that prison, within that enclosure. But their mindset was on getting out. There was hope. There was a chance for them to get out of where they've always been at. And even though the path was hard, long, and arduous, if you haven't seen the movie, it's a great movie. But at the end of the movie, through all the perseverance, they actually made it out. And we're going to talk about that more later in another section, another point of view I want to give you on escaping your surroundings. See, if you're worried about how long it's going to take, that's the wrong mindset because this life is short. Enjoy the journey and do not be scared. Don't be scared, okay? And do not be scared of the power that is within you to change your life. Let's see what we got going on. Anything in the chat? Wanda says, wow, amazing story about your engineering duties in the military. I have been placed in situations where I had to push the fear aside and figure it out too. I now know that I learn better this way. Wanda, that is, thank you for that. I want to say that a lot of people would learn better if they were willing to get outside their comfort zone. But you know, like I know, Wanda, that when you start doing the tough jobs, as you start gaining more responsibility, as you start gaining more duties, there is a fear that you have to have, that you will have, but you have to push through that fear and get the job done. And what it does, and Wanda, I know you can attest to this, it makes you stronger because you have to learn how to overcome your fear while getting the job done at the same time. Now, I tell this to my daughter all the time because one of my daughters all the time, she gets fearful of certain things. And I told her, I was like, or like, let's talk about when she was going to like her job interviews. And I told her, I said, you playing with house money. If they don't pick you, you just go look for another job. You still here. She was still under my roof at the time. And I said, you playing with house money. Your job is to convince them why it's a bad idea not to hire you. And if they don't be like, oh man, I didn't get the job. Be like, you're lost. And what I like to tell my daughter all the time, and I was hoping that this would inspire her to minimize her fear. But the one thing that I wanted her to get across is, and Wanda, this is what we just talked about, that I am not afraid to do anything. All of those times throughout, and there's so many more stories, but so many times throughout my military career, I had to be put in these situations where I had to figure it out. And I was nervous again. And guess what? I had to overcome my fear to get it done. And after a while, I started having the feeling like, there's nothing I can't do if I don't put my mind to it. And where you may be lacking in certain abilities and certain strengths, the one thing I'm going to tell you that will help you is persevere, to keep pushing, to don't stop. And even when it gets hard, I ain't gonna lie to y'all. I think last week, Neil will tell you on his last live stream, I almost quit YouTube. I was just like, I was frustrated because it's like I was trying to do something new. I was trying to get put in that algorithm. I was trying to get bumped up such that, like I can make an impact on this channel. And they shot my video down. And then I'm pushing to try to get more subs. Not that the subs matter for future stuff, but the subs matter and they don't matter. But here it is, I'm watching myself climb, and then every time I climb a little bit, I get knocked back. See, my subs aren't growing right now. I mean, they are, but it's very slow. Because every time I get 1 or 2 subs, they take away 1 or 2 subs. Or they'll take away 3, and then I'll get 4, and then they'll take away 2. Like this has been going on now for a while. Whereas I was growing my channel at probably about from the time I started, I was probably averaging about probably a good 10 to 15 subs a month, right? Yeah, about 10 subs a month. Let's say that on average. And now that's slowed down. Like, I mean, here it is. I'm already 5 months or 4 months into my first year, and I may have grown maybe 20 subs, maybe. I don't even know if it's that many. I'm just trying to get to the next milestone and I'm keep getting knocked back. So you can't stop, can't quit. I'm not gonna quit. I put in too much time and too much effort into this. And also I believe in what I'm doing and I believe in what I am going to do with this channel. And I believe it'll be a blessing to a lot of people. And that is why I don't quit. So in those times of adversity, in those times of trials, in those times that are hard, when you feel like there's just no other way forward, you have to know that the work matters. Now, you guys may have come in later. I actually had a quote in the beginning of the broadcast, and I'll play it here in a second. But in this channel that we always talk about people finding their purpose, finding the best version of themselves so they can live their best life. That's the mantra of this channel. So I found a quote on purpose. But before that, let me read one. Coincidentally, I studied mechanical engineering in school. Wow, that's an impressive one. And like, actually, that's what I started off in. So I was doing mechanical engineering on board the sub. And then as you become a supervisor, you have to learn all the other types of engineering. You have to know a little bit about the reactor. You have to know about chemistry. You have to know about electricity. So you have to know everybody else's job to be a supervisor, especially one over the whole plant. So I'm good at it. I just never was in love with it. And we're going to talk about that here too. We're going to talk about what discipline means here. So let me play that. Please bear with me, you guys. I want to play for you guys the intro quote that I did in the beginning.
Your purpose in life is to find your purpose and give your whole heart and soul to it.
All right, so that's the intro quote that I had to the beginning of this live stream. And I have it in front of me. Hopefully you guys heard that and everything. But your purpose in life is to find your purpose and give your whole heart and soul to it. Your purpose in life is to find your purpose and to give your whole heart and soul to it. So, and that's what we're doing. We're all just trying to figure this thing out, right? We're all just trying to figure this thing out called life. And it's not easy. It's not supposed to be easy. I have another quote for you guys that I think you will love later on. See what else we got going on in the chat. Wanda says, I went through that with subs too. It can be very discouraging. I stopped watching subs and started focusing on improving on other areas like impressions, click-through rate, and how to get monetized money. I'm assuming, yeah. So, yeah, absolutely. And those things, here's where it's disappointing at, Wanda. Just to get off topic for a little bit, but where it gets disappointing is my numbers, the internal metrics compared to what they were before are better. People watch longer percentages of my videos. You know, people click through on them more than they did my older videos. So the numbers say everything that YouTube tells you that should grow, percentage of watch time, all that stuff like that, those things should be growing my channel, but they're not. So I kind of think, and me and Neil talked about this, that I could be like low-key shadow banned because there were a couple of other things that I tried to do, and I keep getting these little notifications, not necessarily strikes, but notifications from YouTube. And it's like I look online and I see other people getting away with the same things I'm trying to do. And yet every week I got somebody, or every time I try something big or something different, I keep getting these little messages from YouTube. And I'm like, and then I'll be deflated for a little bit. I'll go through YouTube and I'll see other people that just did the exact same thing that I did, but I can't do it. So I don't know if my channel is being watched, flagged, or whatever. I don't really know what's going on. It's very discouraging, but I might get down, but I'm not going to quit. I can promise you that. So, so let's get into the second topic because I want to get to the point. If we can, I want to get you guys onto the live stream. If you guys want to click the link and get in there, I don't know if they're linked up or whatever, but I put a link in the description. And I would like to have some people join the conversation. If it happens, it happens. If it doesn't, it doesn't. But I've been meaning to extend that olive branch out to you all for a long time about coming on to the show and actually having a conversation, not just myself, not me just talking, but having you guys involved with it. So we just talked about having fear of the unknown. My next question is, what are you waiting for? You out there, what are you waiting for? If there's something that you want and it's something that you want to go for, there's something you want to try, there's something you want to achieve, what are you waiting for? Because time is of the essence, okay? Time is of the essence. You know, I know a lot of people, and you guys may know a lot of people too, like, hey, you know, one day I'm going to get this done. One day. You know, I already feel it. I feel it. You know, when my palm itch, that means money gonna come. How many of y'all know that? Right? People say that, right? Oh, I feel this gonna happen. Now, money might drop in your lap, but chances are it just doesn't work that way. It doesn't work that way because what happens is money comes to those who go out and work for it. Money comes to those who go ahead and put the work and the time and the effort in. And If you're not using money as a tool to get to where you want to, but you put some emphasis or value into money, money doesn't really exist. So you're getting nothing back. That's why you shouldn't chase just after the money, but chase after what money can do for your situation, right? Not the things, but what money can do to change your situation. So that's the idea I want you to have with that. But anyway, I'm tired of people that you talk to that say, oh, I'm going to get it done one day. This is the time for action. The time is now. Given that all that we've seen in the year 2020 and everything that's happened over the course of these past 2 years, we do know that life is short. There may be no time like right now. So what are you waiting for? We shouldn't put off tomorrow what we can get done today. And look, it's okay. Some days you don't feel like it. But that's when you get into discipline. And again, we'll talk about that in the next section. But we have to live each day like it's a separate lifetime because we are not promised tomorrow. So today, imagine today is your day. Today is the day to get these things done. Today is the day that I challenge you out there to go after what you want. 2022 is coming, and we say, well, it's a new year. I got a new start, a new beginning. I submit to you, when your eyes open every day, you have a new opportunity because that could be your last opportunity. So make it count, make it worth something. But don't sit here and say, I'm going to get it done one day. A good friend of mine, him and I talk about this all the time. One of my longest, closest buddies, consider him a big brother. And we've been talking about the same stuff. Oh, we're going to make it happen. And one day we were talking and I said, you know what, man? I don't want to hear this from you. And it was like, oh, yeah, I don't want to hear this. Because at the end of the day, you've been talking about doing this stuff. When are you going to take the action? What are you waiting for? We're only getting older, you know? So what are you doing? There's no time, because every time more time passes, you get more and more injured. There's more and more setbacks because you wait. And then another setback happens. If you sit there and wait for things to occur, I can promise you this about life. If you wait long enough, there'll be a setback. If you wait long enough, something will hinder you from reaching your goals and your dreams. It's like life's like, you know what? You know, and even when you're going for stuff, like I just talked about with the YouTube channel thing. When you're going for stuff, when you're actually pushing to make an effort, life is also going to drop stuff on your lap. So what are you going to do? What are you waiting for? There is no time like the present. There is no time like the now. All right. So do you have a goal or dream that you want to see come to pass? I want you guys out there to humor me and think about that right now. What is it that you want to see happen for yourself in your life? Because you got to know what that is. If you don't have a goal or a dream in mind, right? I don't talk about like, oh, one day I'm going to win that lotto. That's not a goal or a dream. You being rich isn't to me a goal or a dream. What is the end result of you becoming rich? Because there are a lot of people with money that ain't happy because they're going after the wrong things. What is it that you are waiting for? You got to ask yourself that question. Because if you don't, you'll never see your dreams come to fruition. Let's see, anything in the chat there? Anybody talking about? Okay, y'all chilling. I got you. I feel you. Okay. So, and the last thing I want to talk about, the last thing I'm going to bring up on this topic is we talked about this. Tomorrow is not promised. So knowing that, if this was your day to make a move, why would you wait till tomorrow You may not have tomorrow. The one thing you don't want to have is regrets. And if you were to pass away and you didn't accomplish what you did and you were able to be a ghost or something and have regrets, would you regret not doing something that you should have did that day? Somebody you should have spoke to, something you should have done, an action you could have taken, right? Live your life with no regrets. And people say, I don't got no regrets. But if you haven't accomplished or started moving toward what you're trying to move toward, you would indeed have regrets. You would indeed have regrets for not taking the time to give yourself the best opportunity to be the best version of yourself and to live the life that you desire. If you are okay where you're at, then you know what? By all means, you don't have to listen to what I'm telling you. But I'm telling you right now that you don't have to wait. You don't have to wait to make a New Year's resolution that you can resolve to yourself today. Don't wait. You don't got to wait till 2022 to put your dreams and goals into action. Today is that day. What are you going to do? What are you going to do with this time that you've been given? I think that the reason people don't take action and people live in the fear and they feel trapped is because they lack the drive and the discipline necessary in order to accomplish the things that they want to accomplish. Now, Mike Tyson had made this statement, and you know that this boxers got to go through a training regimen, football players, basketball players, right? I want to use these athletes as the best way I can put it out there, but that everybody will understand. But these people go through a regimented life, eating, what they do, their schedule, the good ones, put themselves on they shoot for the stars when it comes to it. Mike Tyson said, discipline is doing what you hate, but doing it like you love it. Doing what you hate, but doing like you love it. Now, I would say that should apply to all things, not just things you hate. But I can understand the sentiment because if you can do something that you hate, like you love it, then the things that you find easier that you love is going to come easy. You got discipline for that. People have discipline when it comes to, if I gave any of you guys a card with money on it for a shopping spree and said, well, you got to go spend the money, you ain't got no problem going out there and find what you want. But if I told you that, hey, you can go on this $1,000 shopping spree, but you got to go earn that money yourself. You're like, what am I doing? See what I'm saying? If it was given to you, you would do it. But if I told you have to go work for that $1,000 shopping spree, you're not going to take the effort to do it, even though you might want to shop really bad. So it takes discipline. Because if you were to go on that shopping spree or you want to go on a shopping spree and you had to save the money yourself, that's discipline to save throughout the year so you have $1,000 to go on a shopping spree, maybe for your family during this Christmas season. That's discipline. But nobody wants to do that. I'm going to read a second quote for you guys. This second quote says, the purpose of life is not to be happy, but to matter, to be productive, to be useful, and to have it make some difference that you lived it all. So you are working for your own legacy. What is your legacy? Are you just going to be that person that's just sitting up there on the couch not doing anything? Are you going to be the person that didn't do anything more than anybody else did in your family? What is the legacy that you're going to leave behind that people know who you are and that it matters to someone else? Because that's where true legacies come, right? You go to a funeral, you hear people talking about folk, and I think it's pitiful when people don't have any other thing to say. They was a good person. They were real good. Okay, they're a good person, and it was a fun time. Do you want that? Because that's the standard. Even if you're a bad person, somebody will try to speak good. I mean, you got to be really bad. But I'm saying, if you're just an average person, everybody is still going to speak on it. Or do you want to have that legacy one day that somebody speak over and say, man, maybe they weren't perfect. Maybe they weren't their best. Maybe they're not everything I thought they would be. But you could see what they were working towards. They had a bigger drive and a dream, and they wanted to leave that behind. And they were able to accomplish this. They reached out and touched these lives, and they were able to do this. And now I am inspired to do the same thing, or to take whatever that person did and take it to the next level. Is that not the eulogy that you want? You should be operating in a space that when you pass away, what are people going to say about you? What are people going to say about your legacy? Just something to think about. Something to think about. All right, let's get back to the chat. Wanda says, I love that quote by Mike Tyson. Never heard it before. Will definitely apply it moving forward. Yes. Yes, for any of you guys that just peek into here, discipline is doing something you hate, but doing it like you love it. Yes. So we talked about this earlier. My whole military career, like I said, the whole military career, but I would say at least half of it was doing a lot of stuff that I just didn't like. I did a lot of stuff that I just did not like. I did a lot of things that I was not comfortable doing. And in the end, I learned how to do it. And in some cases, I surprised myself because it was tough, but I still made it through it. And sometimes taking the attempt to do it showed me that it wasn't as bad as I thought it was. Maybe through preparation, we gain confidence. Through preparation, we gain the confidence that we need to do what we got to do. And then when we put in more time and discipline into it, we become proficient. We lose that fear. Sean Payton, the coach in New Orleans Saints, tells his players this all the time. Confidence comes through demonstrated ability. So if you go ahead and you continue to repetitively work on your discipline and your craft and the things that you do, you will gain the confidence if you put enough time in. That time frame may be different for you as it is for me. And it may be different for me as it is for that person over there. But the point is, don't give up. Keep pushing. So, look, there's in the chat all the way up at the top, there's a link to StreamYard that's in there. If you want to come on the chat and have a discussion, I have some questions that I'm willing to talk about with you all. Let me give you guys the question of the day. So the question of the day is this. What is the biggest thing holding you back from your goals and dreams? What is the biggest thing that is stopping you from getting to that next level? I'm not saying all the way where you want to be at, but we're talking, it's all increments anyway. So what's the thing that's holding you from getting to that next step that's significant in your life? You have to ask yourself that question, not once in a blue moon, but you should be asking yourself those type of questions on a repeated basis. Let me know what you think. What is the thing that's holding you back? And I want you guys to really be honest with yourself. We got to be honest with ourselves. I'm going to share something with you guys. So the people that's here in the live stream right now may or may not know that my intention is to start traveling at some point, and this channel will still be about these type of topics, but I will also be traveling and showing my different experiences in other cultures. Because now we've talked about doing these things, I'm going to show you through my example of going after your goals and achieving it. And then even within achieving what I said I was going to do, there's a bigger thing that I'm trying to accomplish. I'm never going to stop setting goals. And I hope that you don't either. So what I'm saying today is don't wait till 2022 in order to go after and push for your goals and dreams. You need to start that today. You need to start that right now. Today is the day. Today is the day of salvation. Okay? Today is the day that you need to go ahead and do what you got to do so you can get where you got to be. All right. Oh. So anyway, let me know what y'all think. I'm not gonna hold y'all up much longer. Again, if you want to be a part of live stream, the link is in the chat. I know a lot of you guys are, on vacation and are getting ready for Christmas and stuff, probably out shopping. This is prime shopping hour, 5 p.m. here, all the way up till the stores close. And I get it. I have friends wrapping gifts right now. So I appreciate you guys that are in the chat today. Let me get in there. Yeah, my boy Derek. We had D up in there. We had my boy Neil. I have a story to tell. Make sure you guys go check out his channel. And then make sure you go check out Wanda's channel, Miss Amici. Go check out her channel. Right? These are all very positive people showing us their ways of life and helping us to be better through their example. And I'm blessed to say right now at this point that I call them friends, and I also call them partners, and I call them compatriots in this, okay? In this, what we do. Because this is not easy. This is not the easiest thing to do. It's not even the easiest thing to do a live stream here and, have maybe 3 people in here today. But guess what? You still get on, you do it. I know a lot of people watching the aftermath, and that's okay. I know people lead busy lives. But that's why I still make these and I organize it the way I do so that you can get the message. What are you doing right now to set yourself up in the future to achieve your goals and dreams? And I brought these topics up because 2022 is fast approaching. I know, look, I'm not saying don't have New Year's resolutions, but I want to talk to the people that make New Year's resolutions and don't stick to them. I'm talking to you. Aren't you tired of making resolutions? Instead of making resolutions, I challenge you all to make plans. This is my goals. This is my plans. I challenge you all to challenge yourselves and push yourself to greater heights than you did here in 2021 and any time before this, because life is short. You may not have that time. There are people that are in my life or was in my life that are no longer here. They ain't here to go ahead and push for their goals and dreams. Their time is done. But if you are still here and you are still breathing and you still listen to what I'm saying, then your time is now. So what are you doing with that time? Are you going to make and take the opportunity to go ahead and better your life and better yourself? Again, this channel is about living your best life. You won't be able to do that until you fully start going after your purpose. Look at my last video on this channel. I know it's titled that men need to start doing this, or men need to follow their purpose. But you could be a man or a woman and watch that channel. There was a message that I was trying to get out to young men that may watch that, because I still get some traffic from the old stuff that I used to do. So I wanted to get out to those young men with this channel used to be, or originally was about, is expanded to realizing that this is something that we all have in common. But right now there's a lot of lost young men. And I want to do a video on that, something I saw or heard. I'm like, what? This young man is lost, making me think that I still need to be making some of the content like I used to make. The algorithm isn't saving me anymore. I pretty much just do what I want on this channel. But I tell you, I always work toward giving you guys good information, good advice. I've lived this stuff. I've done it. I know it. I know it to be true. I've been very successful, and I have more success coming. Stay tuned to that. Stay tuned to that. Wanda says it's definitely not easy. Keep thriving, Sean. You know what? Again, Wanda, let me tell you, next year on this channel, let me just say this to everybody, actually. Next year on this channel, I plan to go harder in the paint on what I'm doing. I don't care if you agree with me or disagree with me. I'm just trying to get y'all to think, actually. At this point, I just want people to think. You can say, Sean, you're an idiot. But yes, at least you're thinking about it. Or are you? Or you just calling and saying an idiot without doing your own fact checking, without having lived it. And that's one of the things I saw in the video with a young man. He had preconceived notions in his head about a particular topic. And when he was asked about it, he didn't have any experience in the thing that he was upset about. Whether you love me or hate me or agree or disagree, I'm going to tell you right now, the things I'm speaking from is personal experience from things I've seen. I'm not saying it's the be all for everybody's situation, because everybody's situation is different and unique. However, there is some wisdom to it. That if you at least look into what I'm saying, and I challenge you all to challenge me, but also to look this stuff up yourself, and or to live your life. If you put yourself in my shoes, you would see you might have a slight point. That's all I'm asking y'all to do. That's why I said, hey, let's get it in 2022. There's too many opportunities out there right now. Too many opportunities that is out there that we need to be going after. And we need to be getting it. Iron sharpeneth iron. So here it is. I'm hoping to catch and listen to those people, not only that younger people that I hope that learn from my example and hopefully learn from my mistakes, but also people that have the same mind that want to do better. I want to surround myself around people that want to do better. I want to surround myself with a group, people that's going after it. Shout out to the real ones. Shout out to the real ones. Shout out to the people that's out there doing it. They grind every day. It ain't an easy grind. I have the highest respect for all you guys. Wanda, Neil, Positive P. Whole bunch more people. Henry. You know what I mean? Miss Tally. All y'all out there getting it. These are people out there listening. If you new to this channel, these are people out there getting it that I have the pleasure to know now, and still getting to know. So that we trying to push for something bigger. And then hopefully hear you all, for the real ones out there, for my real ones out there, in 2022, let's get it. Let's make something different happen. I promise you guys, you stick with this channel, you're going to see some stuff. You're going to be like, man, Sean, are you doing what I think? Yes, I'm doing that. The goals I have written that's in the living room behind me, right? I wrote those when I was 17. I'm this close to getting there. So, Wanda, I'm not going to give up. I ain't done. I ain't done yet. This is just the beginning. I don't care. They could try to hold me back. They ain't going to hold me back. This is just the beginning. You all about to see me do some amazing things. You about to see me come across some amazing situations. And I hope you guys will take that journey and take that ride with me while I'm there and rock with me. It's not going to be easy. It's not going to be pretty sometimes. You may not like what I got to say, but I'm working on something bigger. There's a reason and a purpose behind it. I'm not talking just to rile people up to make them angry, but I'm trying to rile people up to take action and get beyond their own circumstances. So, anyway, thank you guys for being here today. Hopefully after the holidays we can get everybody back on like we used to. We used to have a larger portion of people that would come to the channel and be on the channel. But I understand it's the holiday season. Honestly, by humbug, I'm ready for this to be over. What y'all talking about out there? How's y'all going? Wanda, what's going on? You got everybody taken care of Christmas wise? All presents, everything done. Neil, how you doing, brother? I know you out there hustling. What y'all doing? How's y'all Christmas? Y'all Christmas going? Criminal. You know how to say criminal. Okay, how the criminal going? Okay? How's that doing? Wanda says, I see your channel doing great things. That's why they're poking. Yeah. And it's like they look, Wanda, honestly, it's like I swear whoever is the ones who peek in on the channels and say, see if it's a violation or this and the third, they watching. They peeking on my channel. I'm not doing anything but trying to spread positive. But somebody said something that just blew my mind. And I don't know, like it's not just for TikTok. Oh, I think it was for TikTok, but it kind of, I think, goes for YouTube as well. If you have a certain size audience, you can get away with certain things. If you're on TikTok and you're promoting, I could say the N-word till I'm blue in the face, but let me say something about some other group or something like that, or use some other type of word, and they flagging and banning and shadow banning. There are resistance out there to people that just, I'm not saying it's not positive content, but what's getting pushed to negative. I got a letter the other day saying that what you're doing can't be sensational. I'm trying to make it simsational. See that plug? Y'all like that? Y'all like that? But they said it can't be sensational content. It can't be stuff, whatever. And I'm like, what are you talking about? Do you see some of these thumbnails that's out there? Some of the stuff that people saying, why y'all messing with me? It's because I'm a small channel. I'm not keep people on the channel as long as some of these bigger channels, and that's okay. I'm gonna stay true to me. I'm gonna stay true to the SimsationalGent, the principles here about living your best life and finding your purpose so you can, and finding the best version of yourself, being the best version of myself. And I hope you guys are on that same journey as well. Anyway, we're almost at the hour point. I'm not gonna hold you guys up. I hope you guys have a very, very, very Merry Christmas. I don't really celebrate Christmas much, but I do celebrate New Year's, so I hope to have some good footage from that. Coming up here in the next week, like I said, I'm gonna have a video out tomorrow. It's gonna be we'll be making a cocktail tomorrow. Should be a pretty good little video. It's gonna shout out to Cocktail Tony and whatever he's doing. And then I'm probably not gonna be putting out a video until Monday. And then Monday I'll put out a part 2 to the one that I did about men finding their purpose, and just about this one is going to be using the Witcher again. We're going to get into the woman and why the woman in this. And I'm not saying I'm not trying to just push on women. I'm just using her as an example. But she's a good example of interfering with someone that's on their purpose. And so I want to use that and extend that, because there's a number of people out there. Like I stopped talking about dating relationships because this stuff is crazy out there. The old rules don't apply. The other thing is too, that both sides are bitter. Men are mad at women, women are mad at men. It's just a mess out there right now. And part of me, I don't have time for it, because I'm on my purpose. I'm not sitting here out there chasing, right? I'm not chasing right now. I'm chasing this dream. All the stuff, all those type of things can come later if that's what I desire. But right now, I got work to do. Do y'all got work to do? I got work to do, okay? I ain't got no time. So, yes. Wanda, good night. Again, Merry Christmas to you guys. I'm going to go ahead and end this live stream. Again, I'm going to leave y'all with the opening quote, and then I'm going to end this live stream. Hope you guys have a great night. Thank you all for my guests, Wanda, Neil, Derek. Thank you all for being here. Thank you all for listening. I hope you guys have a Merry Christmas and have a great time with your friends and family. Thank you for being here. And as always, live your best life.
Your purpose in life is to find your purpose and give your whole heart and soul to it.